He used to text you every morning, a little good morning that made you smile before your first sip of coffee. And now, silence. It's been 3 days. Your phone sits on the table, screen facing up, like it's mocking you. Every buzz that isn't him feels like a tiny disappointment. You start asking yourself, what happened? Did I do something wrong? Did I say too much? Not enough? But here's the truth most people never tell you. His distance is not the end of your power. It's the beginning. Today, I want to introduce you to a mental skill I call emotional judo. The art of using someone's emotional withdrawal as a source of your own strength, confidence, and peace. Instead of letting the silence break you, you're going to learn to make it work for you. In martial arts, judo is about using an opponent's own energy against them. You don't meet force with force. You redirect it. You turn their push or pull into your advantage. Now imagine applying that same principle to your emotions. When someone pulls away, whether it's a partner, a friend, or even a family member, your instinct might be to close the gap immediately. Call them, text them, demand answers. That's force meeting force. But in emotional judo, you do the opposite. You don't push back. You don't chase. You don't throw all your energy into closing the space. Instead, you redirect that energy inward, into building your own balance, your own center of gravity. Because here's the secret. The calmer and more self-possessed you are when someone pulls away, the more power you actually gain. Silence feels like rejection, and rejection stings, especially when it comes from someone you've opened your heart to. That sting triggers the part of your brain that wants relief right now. So you react. You check your phone 30 times an hour. You write a text, erase it, write it again. You scroll through their posts, looking for clues. And every single one of those actions gives away a little bit of your control. But when you pause instead of reacting, you create a space for something powerful to happen. You stop giving them control over your emotional state. You show yourself that you can survive discomfort without rushing to fix it. Think of it like holding your ground in a storm. The wind might push you, but you plant your feet deeper, breathe slowly, and wait for the gusts to pass. And the best part? This calm isn't fake. It's not pretending you don't care. It's building the kind of emotional stability that doesn't depend on what someone else does or doesn't do. And once you have that, you're untouchable. Now let's talk about what to do with the energy you're saving by not reacting. Because emotional energy is like money. If you don't spend it chasing someone, you get to invest it in yourself. Here's how. Hit the gym or move your body. Channel nervous energy into physical strength. Start a personal project you've been postponing. Deep dive into a skill or hobby that makes you feel alive. Reconnect with friends who make you laugh and remind you of who you are outside of this connection. I know it sounds almost too simple, but here's why it works. When your attention shifts away from them and onto you, you stop feeling like you're waiting. You start building, and building is addictive. I've seen women go from feeling shattered after being ghosted to feeling unstoppable, simply because they poured that emotional energy into transformation instead of rumination. And here's the bonus. When someone pulls away and you respond by leveling up, you change the entire dynamic. Instead of wondering where they stand, they start wondering what's changed about you. Let's be real. Human beings are curious by nature. When we expect someone to react a certain way and they don't, it gets under our skin. If they expect you to panic text, but instead you're posting a smiling photo from brunch, or talking about a new course you're taking, or just living your life without broadcasting any pain, curiosity builds. And while yes, this can draw them back in, the point isn't to manipulate them. The point is to live in such a way that your happiness is clearly not dependent on their presence. Because when you master emotional judo, You flip the power dynamic without lifting a finger. Not because you're playing games, but because you're choosing not to play at all. You're operating on your own field now. And if they do come back, you're meeting them from a place of grounded choice, not desperation. One of the hardest skills to learn, but the most freeing, is detachment. Not the cold, I don't care about anyone kind of detachment. The kind that says, I care deeply, but my peace doesn't depend on what you choose. When you detach from whether or not they call, text, or commit, you stop riding the emotional roller coaster. You start to see the truth. You are not defined by their attention. You are not less when they are absent. You are whole with or without them. Detachment doesn't weaken love, it strengthens it. Because it replaces the frantic need to hold on with the calm decision to stay only where you're valued. And ironically, people are far more drawn to someone who is with them by choice, not because they feel incomplete without them. When you start practicing emotional judo, it shifts more than just your dating life. You start setting boundaries with friends who only call when they need something. You stop over-explaining yourself to coworkers who don't respect your time. You no longer get pulled into every emotional drama around you. It changes your posture, your voice, the way you carry yourself. You walk into a room not looking for approval, but already knowing your own worth. You go from reacting to choosing, from needing to inviting, from feeling powerless to becoming the calmest, strongest person in the room. And the best part? This kind of strength can't be faked. It's built through every small decision to turn someone's push or pull into an opportunity to root yourself deeper. So the next time someone pulls away, whether it's a partner, a friend, or even family, remember, you don't have to chase, you don't have to explain, you don't have to fill the silence. You can use that space to grow taller, stronger, and more certain of who you are. That's emotional judo. Not fighting their distance, not folding under it, redirecting it into a kind of power they can't take away. Because the truth is, people will come and go, but the relationship you have with yourself, that's forever. And if you're ready to keep building at unshakable inner strength, that's exactly what we do here on She Unwinds. Every week, I share calm, practical, and empowering tools to help you let go of overthinking, protect your peace, and create a life that feels lighter, no matter what's happening around you. So if that's the kind of energy you want more of, hit subscribe and let's unwind together. Before you go, don't stop here. If you want to know exactly how to stay calm when someone tests your patience, click on the video right here. It's your next step to becoming unshakable. I'll meet you there.